Y'all ever had them people that no matter what you're going through, good, bad, high, low, they don't give a fuck? Like, their situation is always more important than your situation. And doesn't it suck when those types of people just so happen to be the people that you keep the closest? Is that not self-sabotage? You know what I'm saying? Like, we keep people around us that are the most negative, the most pessimistic, the most cynical. But we keep them around us for some reason. And then we wonder why our lives keep turning out the way it turns out. You know how many times I had people in my circle that were just the anchor to everything that I wanted to do? Every view that I had, any dream that I had conjured up, they were the anchor to that shit. And I don't mean that in a positive way, like they were my support system or my rock, no. They were keeping me in place. You know what I'm saying? Like, keeping me the fucking place. Like, you want to move, it's like always on a treadmill. They're like the treadmills to our lives. We gotta be a little bit better than that, y'all. Because the type of energy that we put towards people that are just taking our energy does not come back to us in a way that's gonna serve us. To be quite honest, there's a lot of people in our life that don't deserve the time of day. Real talk. Real talk. I made a video a little bit ago talking about being selfish, and that's the thing, but how selfish are you really? And you know, if you talking about the terms of when I say being selfish, is you're trying to do everything in your power to put yourself in a better position, because you doing so will allow you to help people from a better position. You'll have better utensils, better tools, better resources to be able to do so, because up here, you know, it's in a place that's conducive to that type of situation. But the problem is, trying to get to that point, we're not aware of where we are starting from. And we're not aware that a lot of the times we're the #1 obstacle that we're gonna face. A lot of the time. Our ego gets in the way, our dogmatic beliefs get in the way, our fears get in the way. And the keyword is our. They're personal, they're independent, they're from within. A lot of self-sabotage. And those things within our system that we leave untendered, they fuck us up, they wreak havoc on our lives. To be quite honest, the only thing it does, or let's just say the #1 thing it does, is it decreases the value that you're supposed to have for yourself. Being in a relationship with someone that doesn't deserve you. Thinking that you love them, wondering why they don't love you the way that you love them. Could it be because you don't love you the way that you want them to love you? Going to a job that doesn't respect you, but yet and still you're slaving because you're too scared to quit. Real talk is, nobody's gonna take you more serious than you take yourself. And as I look around, there's people really not taking themselves serious. The ones that want to complain that they're not getting what they deserve, yet and still they're not treating themselves the way they deserve. They're putting themselves in situations that are opposite of where they want to be. They're putting themselves around people that are pulling them down. They're not being proactive in trying to find solutions to the situations that they keep finding themselves in. Why is that? You would think that after an amount of time, or a certain amount of time, or the repetition of a certain result that was unwanted, you would probably try to switch it up, but we don't. For a lot of reasons. I know I know there's a lot of reasons, and being from the position that I'm at right now, it makes me seem like I'm the type of person that's just picking on people that haven't figured it out, or make it even seem that I have figured it out. And I haven't figured shit out. But along the way, you're gonna learn some things that's gonna help you to be able to deal with certain things. What are you doing? What type of tricks are you trying to learn? Don't believe that whole saying, oh, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. If you're watching this video, you're probably an old soul. So we gotta learn new tricks. Be 100% with you. You're not gonna advance in the direction that you wanna go, clinging on to old beliefs that are keeping you in a position that's not going to connect with your future. How can you keep doing the old things thinking that it's gonna bring a future, something new? Gotta take ourselves more serious. You gotta take yourself more serious. The day you take yourself more serious is the moment that you notice that you have more value than the people you've been seeking value from. You don't need to seek value from nobody. You came here with all the tools you need to do everything that you're here, that you've come here with all the tools that you need, ready to do what you're supposed to do. Nobody can add to that. Nobody can take from that. There's a lot of influences out here that makes it feel like that they have so much power over us, but really what we're doing is just giving up the power willingly. We don't, you know, that whole, I don't know if you were the type of person that was like us, my family coming up. We have a VCR. I'm dating myself, but we have a VCR. And like, it would be blinking that 12 o'clock forever. And if you can relate to that, then you understand what I'm about to say. Nobody wants to read the manual. They'll put a piece of tape over that. You understand the concept of human beings and how we deal with things that we don't like? They'll put a piece of tape over that blinking light, as opposed to reading the manual, figuring out how to set the time, and not dealing with that problem anymore. That patch life, that patch it up and move it on, that bubble gum on the fucking busted pipe, it's not fixing the situation. Now what you're saying is that you'd rather see a piece of tape than a blinking light. You didn't fix the problem. You created a problem that was less of an issue to deal with. That seems to be a big type of connection to how we, and I'm not saying like the VCRs itself, but I'm saying the type of thinking that we have. Like, why we all think like that? Like, oh man, we're just gonna put a piece of tape over it. How many situations in your life that you're proverbially putting a piece of tape over? How many blinking lights? The blinking light is telling you something. So if we're gonna make the comparison, how many blinking lights that you have in your life that you're putting a piece of tape over? How many situations are you settling for? You're dealing with just because it's a better situation than another situation that you're just assuming would be worse than the one that you're in. But you're so damn scared you won't let go to find out. The actions that you're taking, or the lack of actions that you're taking, are what's resulting in what you have in front of you. Real talk. And I'm not saying this shit like I want to fucking scold you or nothing like that. It's because I want you to fucking realize what I see. Notice what I see. Capable individuals. The power to do whatever you want. And I say power and I mean that. It's ability to be fluid, to be flexible. You don't have to be emotional. You don't have to You don't have to deal with things in such a way that's going to be to set you back. You can figure this shit out. You got to read the manual. The information is out there. I don't want to be responsible for that shit. I just want to have conversations with people. But I need you to see your greatness. You got to stop listening to all these people that want to label everybody and put this person in this box and then put this person in this box and then group them up with these people and group them up with these people and then create all these oppositions and shit. Like, that's not helping you. It's a bunch of individuals trying to be in a group. But how can you label that group when no one in that group knows who the fuck they are individually? How serious are you taking yourself? What is it on your list of things that you're trying to accomplish, whether it be externally or internally? But I'll tell you what, if it's externally, you better figure out the inside first. It starts in here, then goes outwards. You fall asleep. When you sleep, you're sleeping inside. You're in the inner universe, the innerverse, which is connected to the omniverse. So how you love yourself and treat yourself the way you treat yourself? How you know the result of your actions but continue to do the same actions, but then say that you love yourself and then probably be offended when somebody says that you don't love yourself? It's okay. It's okay to hear the truth. It's okay to hear some real talk. Because once you hear that real talk, if you're really trying to change, it's going to assist you in that. It's going to push you in that direction. Nobody's trying to tell you what the fuck to do. What we want is for you to see yourself how we see you, which is capable, infinite. Stop throwing around that word love if you ain't really trying to live up to that idea, that golem of the word love. And that's a whole different conversation itself. But whatever you consider love, are you really living up to that? And if you're not living up to that and you know that, what makes you think the people that you deal with don't know that too? There's tons of people that take advantage of people that think they know what they're talking about, but they don't know what they're talking about. People walking around acting like they cool, calm, and collected. On the inside, they're a motherfucking nervous wreck, and they think they have that on the wraps. They think that's covered. It's a secret, but everybody else can feel that shit, and they treat you appropriately. And then you're wondering why you're getting the receipts that you're getting. And again, I'm not even picking at you, man. I do this shit too. But the problem is, you gotta recognize and be aware of the things that you're fucking doing, and it's not for the sake of anybody else but yourself. Once you do that, you're able to advance. Stop letting your ego drag you down. Stop letting your pride drag you down. All it's doing is fucking you up. All it's doing is delaying the inevitable. But what's the inevitable? Your greatness. How much are you delaying your greatness? By saying that you love yourself, but not doing things that actually relay that message to yourself. You know how you feel when people repeatedly lie to you, right? You lose trust in those people. So when you repeatedly lie to yourself, how do you think you feel on the inside? And then you bring up meditation, and people are terrified to meditate because of all the gunk that they don't let build up on the inside. You gotta do it. You gotta take yourself serious. Nobody's gonna take you more serious than you can take yourself. No matter how much they tell you that they love you, no matter how much they say they care about you, no matter how much they say they want the best for you, if you don't want that more than they do for yourself, then they can't do it for two people. Like, we gotta focus on those types of things. Those are the types of things that are holding us back. Not being aware of how we let ourselves down. And it's okay to let yourself down. But again, it's about being aware that what you're doing is letting yourself down. Nobody else is letting you down. You put your trust in people that are known to be let downers, if that's the right term. You put your trust in people that you know are not worth your trust. So of course you got those results. You put your belief in things that you know that are porous, that have holes in them. So of course it leaked. But you knew this. You knew this going into it. You know how many relationships I think about? I could think about damn near every relationship. I can think about the moment in time in that relationship that I knew that shit wasn't gonna work. But did I say, hey, it's over, it's done. I got this feeling it's not gonna work out. Nah. I said, yo, let's hang in there. Nah, let's hang in there. Let's figure this thing out. Let's put yourself through more pain for the sake of what? Are you really taking care of yourself? Was I really taking care of myself? Was I really focusing on my basic needs? Or was I trying to fulfill some kind of fantasy that I probably never wanted to begin with? Because if I did, I wouldn't be self-sacrificing so many times. Not self-sacrificing, self-sabotaging so many times. Real talk. We the ninjas of self-sabotage, but we try to play like we don't even know that it's us. We blame everybody else. We ninjas at that shit. Self-sabotage. Motherfuckers be like, oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, I should be eating better. Oh, my stomach hurt. Oh, my back hurt. Oh. All the while, what are you doing to take care of those things? The real talk of the day is we need to stop bullshitting ourselves. The real talk of the day is we need to start having serious one-on-ones with ourselves. That whole, oh, look at the man in the mirror type shit, the woman in the mirror. Because if you're not taking yourself serious, you are going to be left the fuck behind. And I'll tell you what, when you're not taking yourself serious, you already feel like you're left behind. But that just comes with it. It's not the truth. That's just the realm. That's the vibration that comes with that way of thinking. When you're in a certain vibration, see, your thoughts aren't your own. You're a bit of a lightning rod for thoughts, right? And really based upon how you feel, based upon what you are envisioning, is the type of thoughts you're going to be able to pick up on. On a layman's term, broken down type of version of what I'm trying to say. So when you're in that position and you feel like, God damn, I'm way behind everybody, because that's the vibrational thought that comes along with not taking responsibility for doing what you need to do for yourself. It just comes part and parcel. It comes with it. All you got to do is start thinking of yourself in a way that's going to push you in a position to put you in a better location mentally. Start taking yourself serious. If you're not, you know you're not. All you gotta do is just start taking yourself serious. Start putting your health first, mentally, physically. One thought at a time. One positive thought at a time. Get into practice. Motivate. I'm hungry as fuck, so I'm gonna go eat. Just wanna holler at y'all.